right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about this one here because last time they were on Sportswire Radio, they were kind of figuring out where they go from here. But boy, ladies and gentlemen, are they going some places. As a matter of fact, they're going to be going so many places that they're going to be in the ring coming up here this weekend for our friends over at PWX. And boy, have we got a match to talk about there with that. We're also going to go back down memory lane here over the past month and talk about what happened against the Buffalo Boys. What was with that crotch shot? What happened outside the ring? And they seem to kind of get in each other's way, and hopefully they'll be able to use what they want as motivation to get them some gold, because they have declared that they still want those PWX Tag Team Championships, and we're going to tell you why that's going to be in their sights. Plus, we're also going to talk about maybe this new name change, and we're going to talk about maybe some other places that, I guess maybe you'll see him real soon coming up next month, and who knows? Maybe he'll bring out the hammer in case somebody else is coming here on this platform. They want to drop a hammer down. But, boy, I'm excited about this one here, ladies and gentlemen, because our guest here, boy, do they always have a lot to say. And there's a little inside joke because I turned something pretty big, let's say something really big, really consequential tonight to have these guys on. But we are on that road to 1,000 subscribers. And even though my voice is not so good, it doesn't stop, and I'm almost there. I'm now less than 90 subscribers away, and today could be the day. Tomorrow could be the day. These guys are going to help us get there. They have been huge cornerstones. You might want to say keystones in the Pennsylvania independent wrestling scene. Uh-oh. Now they're going to want to drop a hammer on me. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time. I'm going to try to give them an introduction because yesterday I really wasn't too good feeling with another wrestler from Pennsylvania, but on the backyard end of it, and Sick Rick. I'm not as sick today with my voice, so we're going to try to give these guys that introduction they deserve, because after all, we're in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. So, with that, wait for further ado here on the Sports Report. Number one, Global Sports Show, Keystones of the Pennsylvania independent wrestling scene. You'll see them upcoming this weekend for PWX. They are simply put peanut butter and jealous, the be-all, end-all. His name is Andrew Lovelace. And boy, it's hammer time. He's going to drop that hammer on everybody. His name is the Hammer, Max Stroh.
And that is an introduction.
It wasn't the one I'm used to giving. It was a little better than yesterday. Yesterday, I just couldn't do the so with that. I just couldn't quite do it. Today, a little better. Voices is a little bit better, so we'll get there. I don't think I quite cracked my voice, but it was like, but that's how it goes. But gentlemen, first of all, how are we doing tonight in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage?
Doing good.
Doing great, Tom.
Well, it better be a lot better coming up this Saturday here for our friends in PWX, because it is kind of near the end of summer. Maybe it technically is the end of summer. Well, Friday, and by Saturday officially, it will be the end of summer. And you guys are obviously on your own road to gold. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You guys are on that road to tag team championships. And I guess maybe we'll start in the current first before we go and kind of to how we got to pretty much this Saturday. So, I mean, what are we going to do here this Saturday that is going to set us on that road to those tag team championships?
Well, Tom, I'm not 100% sure if this is the official start of the tag team tournament, but when the Suns kind of, we'll just say left, for lack of a better term, when they left, they vacated the titles, And, it's up to somebody to come in and take them. So who better than the team of Andrew Lovelace and myself, the Hammer, to take those titles?
That's right.
Okay, all right. I mean, you guys have certainly made it clear what you guys want. So, how do we then use motivation, what happened at the last show, to redeem ourselves?
What happened? More controversy is what happened at the last show. I couldn't even
Yeah,
enjoy
we're
my
2-0.
union-mandated lunch break. I got interrupted and had to take it on the fly on the side of the ring, on the apron. Then to use the refuse from my lunch against me was ridiculous. The
That's right.
Buffalo boys, don't think that we're finished with you. I hope we see you in the tournament because we're going to have a different outcome next time.
Unfinished business there. And also, I could imagine you weren't too thrilled when they were playing YMCA.
I'm telling you, I don't know what people's obsession with that song is. I am not a Village person, and I will not stand for it.
Yeah, I definitely
hate
don't.
that song.
I definitely, as somebody that lives in New York City that is familiar with the West Village and the East Village, let's say as an example, I don't quite see you, the Hammer, Max Strong, out and about in the West Village or the East Village. Let's just put it out there.
Exactly. I've been trying to tell these people, but they just don't understand.
Well, I guess it's fun for them to stay in YMCA, I imagine. But okay, all right. So I guess it'll be different this weekend. And maybe, guys, it'll also be different before I show the footage from that match with the Buffalo boys. Maybe it'll be different also because now, as I stated, it's the end of summer. Summer's literally now about to end in a matter of hours. And maybe for you guys starting in fall and, all the leaves start to turn. And maybe that's where it's going to start to turn for you guys to get some success here in this tag team division.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, that's it.
I hope so. I mean, I hope that that's going to be the case. I mean, because obviously that's the whole point. That's the whole name of the game here. But certainly, I know we've got some comments. We'll certainly let the chat build up for a little while. And everybody's used to different time and such. But let's go pull up the match here. And before I do that, if you are here on Sportswire Radio, I want to thank you for tuning in. And before we do anything else, I want everybody to hit the sub button, especially for Mr. Max Hammer himself, the Hammer himself. So you want to make sure you hit the sub button for him. He's got 48 subscribers, and I want to get him to 50 subscribers and 75 and 100 because he's putting out all this content here. So make sure you support Max Strong, and let's get right into the match. I have it here right now for those that are listening and watching on Sportswire Radio. We're going to go like this. I'm going to start it from the beginning. There we go. All right, it's a quick match. So obviously here in the ring, we were here last time and we talked about having a match and we talked about kind of using the motivation on that very questionable finish there. And by the way, whatever did happen about that with officials and management in PWX? Did anybody give you a ruling on that? What happened there? I'd be curious on our last chat.
How do you think it went, Tom? We've already talked earlier this week about management at PWX and how they love to just keep us down. So, instead of beating a dead horse, we let, the champion, the heavyweight champion do that. Yeah. But, so we just kind of let that one slide because it wasn't part of the tournament. So, it didn't hurt our chances at these belts.
Okay.
But,
so basically, for you guys, that what we're going to see, because it doesn't count for the tag team championships in the tournament, that this is almost an exhibition match for you guys. So really, this should also not count in the standings, huh?
That's right. This is what we call this is just practice.
I see, practice.
This is stuff we take back to the drawing board, make adjustments, and get ready for the big one.
I certainly hope so, but maybe it also helps, because officially, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first official announced match as a tag team. Now, we know you guys wrestled a few weeks prior to this, but this is your first official match as a tag team announced. So maybe you guys are still kind of, I guess, feeling your way around each other in terms of what works as tag team partners. Is that maybe a fair statement to make?
Oh, yes. We're really working hard. We hit the gym, several times a week together. Work on new moves, new So we're learning how to mesh together better. That we were just thrown together. Right before the last one. We were
I
going to give
remember
up
you were here
farm
about a
words.
little over a month ago on Sportswire.
Yes, we were. We were actually opponents
I
in a
know.
match that. Whew, I'm telling you, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I think Meltzer would have gave it 7 stars at
I
least.
think if you guys would have had that match in the PWI 500, they would have rated you guys number 1 and 2. They would have just talked about Osprey. They would have talked about
Speaking
Danielson.
of PWI 500, I'm
one
ranked
and 2,
501
right?
on that list.
Well, you know what? And I know a lot about the PWF 500 because a guy I'm very good friends with that I've interviewed many times on Sportswire, Vito Fratelli, is number 379 this year. He was 373 last year. So you guys would have definitely been 1 and 2. Yes, Vito's a good man. But tell me about what we're seeing with your opponents here. They just come right out of the ring and just start fighting you guys. I mean, what was that about?
It's Buffaloes. We're aggressive.
Yeah, it's a mugging. I thought we were in New York
I've been going
City.
through my own neighborhood the last 3 months. Even this morning, again, I'm working, and it's the same stuff. I mean, I obviously can understand from that sense, but why did the referee allow that, by the way?
I think he was in their pocket.
Maybe he is. And speaking of pockets, I'm pretty sure if you check there, Buck Wild just robbed my wallet.
Yep, I seen it. I was there.
Hopefully there was only lunch money in there.
I'm a businessman. Who knows? I might have had, all my receipts from business earlier on in the day. So,
so I guess you're also carrying receipts from business still. I thought that everything is done electronically nowadays. You're still carrying it the old-fashioned way, huh?
Oh, cash is king where I come from. I don't trust none of the online banks where the government could just take it from you. No, that's not my style.
Okay, well, you guys are certainly throwbacks, but I mean, we see here a rolling.
Yeah, he jumped on me.
I was gonna say, I mean, boy, but I mean,
I ripped Stoic right from it.
They're certainly off to a hot start, more or less.
I mean, how do you not, when you start off with the advantage, just jumping the guys instead of coming in and shaking hands, like a proper sporting event?
So you guys were thrown off by that.
They just came in firing away.
So in this, you were thrown off because they just came out and ran up and beat you guys up.
Just to let you know, Max, I got an email from PETA. They're still not happy that we had to fight the Buffaloes.
Oh, my. You're still on this. They are boys from Buffalo, New York, Loveless.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed, gentlemen, that they're actually from Buffalo, New York. I would never have guessed the Buffalo Boys. I would have thought, I don't know.
Maybe they're protected. I don't know.
Well, I mean, certainly they're off to a strong start, nevertheless, and you guys are certainly fighting back a little bit, and we're starting to gain some offense here, Max Strong, and you're looking strong here right now, and you're about to hit there almost like a mini spear almost, and then we see Andrew Lovelace come in here, and you guys are starting to get some offense in here. So show me what for the audience, and maybe this is some of the strength that you guys have as a tag team, because you guys, pound for pound from a strength position, are certainly going to be one of the stronger teams, I think, in PWX.
You might say we're Max Strong. That's right.
See what you did there, Max.
Oh, man, he said his own name. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, man.
But, yeah, you're certainly working your opponents down. I mean, just was there a strategy going into this match with your opponents that was maybe thrown out the window because they just basically started almost in a way like Buffaloes just attacking you guys? And was there a strategy at all going into this match?
Yeah, win.
Okay,
absolutely.
You have to win. You have to get to be able to have a strategy to win. You have to.
That is true. That is true. I said before on here that a magician doesn't reveal all his secrets. But no, our plan going into here was to isolate Mr. McCoy here, and just kind of keep on him. We've getting more fluid with our tags. We're learning how to, tagging in and out with each other. And that was our big thing, was to work on just fluidity and working together. I think we did pretty well with that.
Let me ask you guys both this question, because you obviously, tag team-wise, from experience, don't quite have as much tag team experience as some of the other teams. Do you think going forward that will help you guys a bit more, because you will have maybe more tag team experience, and that you guys are, as you go along, you'll learn and you'll be able to, that will propel you to having the kind of success you want in this company? Is that kind of maybe an analysis? I think that's fair, or anything else you want to add?
Yeah, that's what we try to do. Oh, did you see that? That was beautiful,
Oh, nice
right there.
clothesline there. A little mini clothesline from hell there. I thought we had a 2 3/4 there. You almost thought you had him there, huh? The hammer match.
Almost.
It
I
was
think if
almost
one of us would have connected with
dropped
his,
the hammer
it
on
would have
him.
been over. It would have been over. But he kind of missed a little bit. McCoy did a little matrix move on him, thinking he's Neo. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I
He's a
didn't let
quick
that
one.
go. Oh, he is quick, but you see those fluid tags in and out. We're definitely meshing well as a team, much better than the last time, I feel.
And
Look
I
at that,
think
back in.
certainly coming up this Saturday, you guys, I think, will mesh even better, undoubtedly. And nice little move there. What do you call that move there, Andrew?
Just an air raid crash.
An air
Straight
raid crash.
simple to the point.
That
I've
looks
been
like
calling it Heartbreak Hotel.
a Heartbreak
Oh,
Hotel.
yeah, that's
That
right.
looks like the drone I used to play with outside during COVID. I had a little toy drone I bought, and I think it crashed in my backyard, and then that was kind of
I get hit in the head a lot. I forget names sometimes.
That's okay. That's why we're here on Sportswire watching the match. But obviously, you guys have had some momentum here. You guys are doing well in the ring. You guys have a nice little arsenal there, a little bit of physical, almost a ground and pound type of offense here, a little bit, kind of what meshes well for you guys. But I think that's where things started to go south a little bit.
Oh.
What happened there, Max Strong? You certainly dropped the hammer, unfortunately, on your tag team partner.
See, that's where our opponents there, they tricked us. I had my lunch. Right. I just finished. I did not get to throw my refuse away, my banana peel. And,
he was trying to recycle those peelings.
I was just trying to find a garbage can when McCoy throws my partner into the banana peel, smacks him right dab in the face. Right there was enough.
That was it. Yeah, that was exactly what I thought when I watched the match twice. Yeah, that was certainly.
It took me 3 days to scrub banana scrapings off my face.
I know he had peels everywhere.
Maybe the advice was not to wear. And what happened there? What in God's name was that? I mean, that was definitely. I mean, you talked about bananas. That seemed like some nuts there. That was some nuts, and you just basically boy, Max Hammer, you definitely got the hammer dropped on you. It definitely ain't hammer time right here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was not very manly. That was probably one of my least favorite moments in life.
Yeah, I could definitely see that you had some nuts that was unscrewed a little bit there.
Not only, I mean, mine were quite scrambled there myself. My old eggs. Oh boy, that hurt.
It looked like you were about to take a sidewalk slam, but instead you get back up and.
Yeah, he dropped me. I don't know what he got distracted there. What?
And for whatever reason, what happened there? Andrew Lovelace, what were you doing?
Oh, you're
trying to go in to save him.
Good God, good.
That was painful to watch.
Christ Almighty! I mean, this one's about to end. 1, 2, 3. I mean, let's put the replay up.
He pulled it. He pulled the tights.
I want to come back.
He did. He had the tights. I see that. Wow. I didn't even know that from my angle. You couldn't tell.
Let's go back here. You guys are supposed to be teaming together. And, I mean, this year, okay, it looks good.
And he didn't even pin the legal man.
Okay, but let's go back to this. So what happened with you guys being a tag team there? That's just bizarre. And, I mean, and then we see what happens there. And, listen, you definitely – it's hammer time at your expense. And it's definitely going to go on here because you guys are about to be finished, and that's it. I mean, I don't know who's the legal man or not. It doesn't matter because you guys are still trying to figure out as a tag team, where do you guys go from here? And that's definitely a tough loss there. Another match you guys might have thought that you guys would have had a victory for, and victory was snatched at the jaws of defeat for you guys. That's certainly for sure. And definitely, I mean, yeah, you're pushing off the referee, and I mean, I don't know what's that going to do to help at this point, but yes, you might have definitely wanted that hammer there to maybe hit one of your opponents, or at the very least have Andrew Lovelace not basically.
Look at that.
Yep, there you go.
Look at that referee celebrating with them. I still say he's paid off.
But we can go back.
I think he was part of the crew there.
One more time. Let's certainly go back to it. One more. Let's go back to that. Do we see the referee celebrating? I don't think the referee was celebrating there. I didn't quite see. Where do you see that the referee? Let's go back to it. Where do you see?
Look at that. That looks like a celebration pose to me.
Yeah, but the referee's supposed to raise hands. I was looking for something of a pat on the back.
He's supposed to raise hands. He's not supposed to enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That is obviously
over enthusiastic right there.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's a good thing that fan got in his way because I'm sure he just took the payoff right there. I bet you that was all part of. She's a.
So I don't know if I
right there.
Money exchange. I mean, payolas on this platform are illegal because in radio, anything such as a payola is illegal. But I couldn't speak on behalf of what I'm seeing in this match. But there's no question that you guys, regardless, were on the other side of victory, and it's another loss, and it's a tough loss regardless. And it's still not
talking about
that you wanted going into this weekend. So what I mean, you guys are still, I guess, figuring out each other and just, where to go from here, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I know it's still hard to kind of grasp. It was not even 3 weeks ago. We're talking, this was 18 days ago. 18 days, Labor Day weekend. You guys definitely didn't get time and a half after that loss.
Nope. Not at all.
No, the Buffalo boys cooked the books, and what are we supposed to do? But like I said, I hope to see them again in the tag tournament. I hope we see Thunder Bear and Orion as well. I hope we see them all because retribution will be the theme of the tag team. I guess
you could say that you guys would actually have to go in order to get those tag team championships to at least get through one of these teams, right? You'd have to certainly be able to defeat one of these teams eventually if you're going to see them in the tag tournament. Isn't that a kind of a fair way to look at it?
Well, I hope they just don't lose out to somebody else. I hope they make it to the rounds to face us. Right.
So you want them again? You want the Buffalo boys again, especially?
Oh yes, of course. How do you let something like that go? A man just doesn't.
I'm still trying to figure out where was the banana peel. Where was the banana peel?
Right there. Do you see there? He just pushed me right on top of it, using it against me. Yep. The first time in the match.
Oh, okay. Now I
used.
Well, what? I'm still wondering.
Wow, there it is. Now,
I'm trying to figure this out. Help me figure this out for the audience. Is this the first time I've seen, at least in recent memory, a wrestler have a banana in their hands or a banana peel?
Oh, you see, I started that when I faced Lestat. All right, the Banana Man. Tell you what, I've gained a lot of respect. I didn't have any respect for him going into it, but I gained a lot of respect afterwards. He taught me the power. I was cramping during our match. I did have victory over him. But that doesn't mean that you can't take advice from somebody. A man is always learning.
For the audience watching this, because I know there's a bunch of people on X and other places, what is the value of a banana in a match?
That was my union That was for my union mandated lunch break. That is OSHA approved.
Right.
OSHA and I don't want to hear anything else about it.
I've heard that before, but
he's got to fuel up.
That's right. I didn't want to get cramps, so I needed my potassium. And I don't like that.
Me and his buddy Charles, the banana that he carries out, we got beef.
Banana and beef. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't know they mixed, but again, what would I know? I've never been in a union in my life, so I would really have no idea. But maybe that's why I'm here. You're there. But again, still, I mean, you guys have got to figure out chemistry with each other because you guys have continued to bounce from each other.
See that? He cheated. He pushed him right into me.
Yeah. He used, first off, that banana. I checked it. It was from Jamaica. I looked at the sticker. That was a foreign object. That was not made in America. And we all know about foreign objects being illegal.
Are you saying it was an illegal foreign migrant object that maybe entered an illegal foreign?
Hey, lady, down in front.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing? We're trying to watch a match.
I didn't realize not only do we have a problem with migrants in this country, now we have a problem with illegal foreign object migrants like in this country. We have illegal migrant foreign objects.
Illegal bananas.
Illegal bananas. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
I certainly hope that you guys get back on track, and I could certainly see just, yes, you might want to take the bandana there. And obviously, Andrew Lovelace is definitely smelling like a Chiquita banana. And I'm sure that it's taken him just about till this appearance on Sportswire to get the smell of the Chiquita banana basically off his face and breath. And that's certainly why he's not DJing anytime soon. But if you do want to get a chance, first of all, give a sub to Max because you want to watch some more content. You have a chance to do that. I see a bunch of people tuned in right now on Sportswire. So thank you for coming back into the conversation. But
do it, nerds.
Definitely make sure you hit the sub button here. So make sure of that. And I could
That's
certainly
right. Like, subscribe, and comment.
Like, I always say it's like, follow, and subscribe. It's like, follow, and subscribe.
Follow and subscribe.
Like,
okay.
And subscribe. Definitely do those things. I'll put up Andrew's page in a second. But, hopefully those things I saw tonight when you gentlemen come back onto Sportswire at some point again toward the end of October, that you won't have the same things happen.
That's right. That's right. When we come back, we will be talking about victory.
Well, you know what? It's good to have people come on this platform after they win a match. We really don't want to have people come on after they lose a match. It's kind of, it defeats the purpose of coming on here. I mean, although there is some promotions that some of the talent comes on here and for whatever reason, they don't ever win a match. I think it's on purpose because they know they're coming on Sportswire, but that's a different show for a different time. Okay, so I guess then I'm going to take this off the screen for a minute. I want to get to some comments. We have some. I want to let people say hello to you guys. Zilla,
I guess they want to say hi to the Hammer.
We do. Yes, they want to say hello to you. Zilla would like to say hi to Peanut Butter and Jealous. Although I think she said both, but it's Peanut Butter and Jealous. But appreciate that. Yes, all wrestling matters, and the guys definitely matter. They're going to be in the ring coming up here this Saturday. I have the poster for that. I'm going to put up in a few minutes. Big Man Cam, of course, the one and only 6'17", size 39 Big Man Cam says Andrew Lovelace. What about Andrew Lovemore?
Whoa. I'll speak on that one. I guess you could call me Andrew Lovemore. Because
there you go.
The Hammer.
You're Hammer. I mean,
I am.
But you must get confused all the time for MC Hammer. I mean, you walk down the street and everybody must say, where's your baggy pants? Is it Hammer time? Is it you can't touch this? Too legit to quit? I'm sure you must
too legit to quit.
That is one thing. I am too legit to quit.
Yes,
but the Lovemore comment, I guess we'll throw out there. The Hammer has a big announcement. I am off the market, ladies. I apologize.
Oh my God!
The Hammer has found love.
You have found. You really are
Violet Sky.
Ah, I see. So that's why you can't be loveless. You're Max the Hammer, strong, full of love. You got all that love. That's why you are Mr. Lovermore. I mean, not Lovemore, Lovermore.
That's it.
You're Loverboy. You should come out to Loverboy. You're working for the weekend. You're obviously the union man. Everybody's working for the weekend.
I think we just found some new music. What do you think, Loveless?
I like it.
Loverboy. No.
Yeah, I don't know if in this day and age maybe that would work. Considering I'm sure this generation and even some of the talent.
They cancel everything.
That is true. That is true. They probably don't. They don't know the value of working.
Yeah.
No.
They just want to whine about their problems and think they're going to go away.
Everything on a silver platter. But nevertheless, though, I'll digress from that talk. But since you are off the market, we will congratulate you on that. We will certainly congratulate you for not being loveless because you officially can't be Max Loveless. You're Max Lovemore or Max the Hammer who's strong into love. I mean, or is, certainly strongly full of love in that hammer there. So and you're not in love just with the hammer. So it's, you and that hammer not have a relationship, but it's still good to know that you and MC Hammer obviously don't get so confused. Because I mean, I obviously, I see a lot of the similarities there. Maybe it's the hat, maybe it's the hammer there, but you and him have so many similarities. But my
great dance moves must be what it is.
Here's where you guys don't, I'm sure, get mixed up. Thankfully, you haven't filed for bankruptcy. So that's the good news is that you haven't spent like $35 million to have nothing to show for it. So the good news is that you're not bankrupt.
Not yet.
I'm sure he's not. Well, I'm sure. Well, maybe. Well, if you're, in love, I mean, I'm sure that your other half might want to certainly, take what's in the bank account. But that's a different conversation for a different time. But
we don't talk about that.
We don't want to do that. Take it from a man though that does have a lot of zeros to his name. Just tread lightly on that, but that's okay. That's okay. Obviously, the good news is that you're not bankrupt. Hammer obviously did, thankfully, also from his vantage point, overcome his bankruptcy. But let me get to the chat because I do have some people that want to say hello. Hi to Big Man. Yes, Big Man Cam was here. Mr. D Savage, who wrestles in 814 Wrestling, he was very excited about you guys coming on here. He tags with this guy, the Surge, Power Surge. They're all over the place, and he likes the name Peanut Butter and Jealous. And I think now teams are jealous of your name, right? That's why you're Peanut Butter and Jealous.
That's right. That's right. We are the peanut butter. They are the jealous.
There it is.
That's where it is.
Now,
people keep asking us who's peanut butter and who's jealous. No. We are peanut butter. They are the jealous.
But I would ask you, gentlemen, a question, as I mentioned it in my video to introduce you guys back onto the platform. Is that okay? So I'm sure if you're going to have a sandwich, right? Most people are used to peanut butter and jelly, but so what is the jealous? What is the flavor of jealous that goes along with that peanut butter? I'd just be curious because I haven't had a peanut butter sandwich in like, I don't know, 20 plus years. So what do I know? But I mean, yeah. But I'm not up in
so jiffy when he had one last.
That's sacrilege, Tom.
Yeah. I'm surprised Loveless is eating one right now.
Making the sandwich.
No, I actually would rather not because considering my voice issues, I don't like to get a stomachache on there. But thank you. You can eat it for me, though. I mean, you got the banana, you got the peanut butter, but I was just still curious for the audience in terms of the jealous. I mean, it's not peanut butter and jelly normally. So what would jealous be that second flavor that replaces jelly? Is there or just no, there's a new flavor, jealous.
Oh, you see that flavor is the smell, greatness.
Mm.
They see that.
Game changer.
Well, grapeness. I mean, jelly. I mean, comes from grape, right? Grape.
Grape. Great. That. See.
Okay. Let me get
on levels that you can't even understand. Most of you out there.
Let me get
one from PWX.
Let me get to some of the comments here. Justin Parsley, who is the PWF champion, which is 1/3 of the promotion I own, says Peanut Butter and Jealous is a top tier name in my opinion. Excellent look, great work, guys.
That's what he said. Smart man right there. He knows his stuff.
Smart man.
Well, he's the only
really knows what he's talking about.
He's probably the only 5-time Hall of Famer in wrestling history. He'll be a 6-time Hall of Famer on Friday, so he's got his own thing. Well, I guess he apparently knows names. He's a DJ, so he probably comes across like you, a fellow DJ. So he obviously knows a lot about the DJ world. 2 DJs obviously showing support for each other. He's a DJ in Indiana. You've been in Pennsylvania, Michigan, so makes all sense. It all evens out at the end of the day. And yes, we say hello there to him. C Money from the great state of Michigan. He is the Prestige champion in ROEW. Would like to say evening, Jets. I think that now I think he came in, Mr. Hammer, because he heard union stuff. He heard union work, OSHA, and he knows a lot about that being a fellow union member. So obviously, union members showing support for each other. That's good because, these days, union members in their own leadership, they don't always seem to see eye to eye. But it's good that 2 fellow union members could obviously say hello to each other nevertheless. So there you go.
That is correct. Thank you, C Money. Yeah. And I just fired my accountant. So I'm in the, if you are any good at counting or accounting, hit me up.
I would actually know a few accountants, but they charge like $250 an hour. And I'm sure.
I make that in my sleep.
Well, I don't think if you want to.
We'll make up from remote tables this weekend.
Well,
easily.
I'll tell you what, we'll come up to that in a few minutes, but let me get to a couple of more comments. Big Man Cam says, I am glad to figure out that Hammer is Andrew Lovemore, laughing my ass off. There you go. Thank you for that, Big Man Cam. And speaking of
thanks,
people,
Big Man.
I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with this young man, Chase Wakefield. I know, Andrew, you know him very well. And he's put out these audio vlogs or audio podcasts where I think somebody's, I don't know, almost reminds me of that. What's that song? Somebody's Watching Me, I think from Rockwell almost, just for whatever reason.
Great vinyl track.
That was a great vinyl track, but the Chase Wakefield's not doing a vinyl track on his YouTube channel. It sounds like, I don't know what's going on. I hope he's okay. I mean, I know he's going to be here in a couple of weeks to talk about it, but he still, nevertheless, wants to face you 2 guys very badly. But I guess he'll have to show up.
Promoters, book this kid. Let's make it happen.
Chase Wakefield, huh? Make it happen.
He'd have to come to PWX. He'd have to come to PWX to do that, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Speaking of, you said about earlier that D Savage and Surge were tagging against each other. I also
yes, in 814, correct.
Yes, I offer for them to
Yes.
come face Peanut Butter and Jealous. I hope to see you guys. Don't think I haven't seen your work there, Savage.
He's a big guy. He's a big boy. You still want him?
Oh,
Just
yes.
gonna
Oh,
throw it
yes.
out there, they'd be
The
a
bigger
great
they
asset.
are, the more testament it is when I come out victorious. Me and
They would be a
Loveless.
great asset for this tournament.
Oh,
Well, I
there
mean, I
you
guess
go.
that's a good question. I don't know if Mr. Savage would like to enter with Mr. Surge. I'm sure I'll certainly ask them.
If PWX is listed, right
Well, I
there's
guess-
an investment.
That's
Let's
a
get
good.
the chant going, guys. Book this match. Book this match. Book this match. Come on, everybody. Everybody.
No,
Book this match.
I'm sure that the PWX management is listening with a very close eye, and they're paying attention to this, and certainly they're keeping
I'll play
all of this
for
in
that.
mind. For sure. They definitely want to do that. But I tell you what I want to do before anything else. I'd like people to follow. First of all, let's follow the one and only Max Strong's page. So that's his Instagram page. We'll get to Andrew Lovelace's in a minute, but that's his page. So make sure you check him out. Definitely make sure you support those who support us. And also, let's follow Andrew Lovelace. Andrew is also on YouTube. I want to make sure you hit the sub button for Andrew. And Andrew just got another sub because I have 3 subscriptions on my YouTube channel for him. So there you go. You got 1, 2, and 3. So there you go with that. But if you want to see some stuff Andrew's done in the past, HWF, he's making a return there. You also want to see Andrew's video angle. You get a chance to do that also. So those are some things you get a chance for. That's his page. I'll put up his Instagram page. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. And if you are on Sportswire Radio, I am back here tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with Steven Storm of the BCF3. He'll be in the ring very soon at All Out War 2 for BTW. He'll be wrestling Jacob Frost, the guy that you guys will probably one day, I'm sure, see in the independent wrestling scene. But Mr. Parsley is a big fan of Jacob Frost. But tomorrow, Steven Storm is here. And I'll be here with a bunch of guys from ROEW, including Justin Parsley, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, to induct them as a company into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. As they just recently surpassed 1,000 subscribers, and congratulations to them. And I'm also on my road to 1,000 subscribers. I am 88 away. I am inching ever so closely. I actually lost a few subscribers last week, but I've gained some new ones back, and we are certainly one by one getting on my road to 1,000 subscribers. At first, I thought it was like the Ozzy Osbourne song Road to Nowhere, but it seems like at least now there is definitely a road that is going to be a long, winding journey that'll get me there. But okay, take this off the screen for a minute. I'll get to a couple more comments for sure in a second. But so we've got a match coming up September 21st, and I was wondering then, what will we expect between you guys and now the team that is announced as opponents in Keystone Chaos?
It's going to be chaos for Keystone Chaos when they step in the ring with Peanut Butter and Jealous. I'll tell you that much for free.
We're getting charges.
You know?
Charges, I say.
Oh, boy, yeah. We better. Yeah, I don't know. We've been working on a lot. I think you're going to see a lot smoother team. That's why we haven't had an episode 2 yet. We've been spending so much time in the gym that we want to get this going before we continue on with production. Plus, with that break-in at Collective Production Studios.
And we have merchandise I see we're hawking.
That is right. That is right. If you see right here, that's number 1 right there. I got new hammer charms and chains for everybody out there.
It's your girlfriend's one.
It's hammer time. That definitely.
That's right. That's right.
You definitely you can't touch that. That's for sure. Let's definitely pray to get some of that. Definitely.
They definitely can't touch this one. This one's mine.
They definitely can't touch that. And you definitely will get some Adam's Groove if you'll have some of that. But before I get into anything else, I do want to say hello to somebody that Ian Graves is here. Ian Graves. So tell me, Ian Graves, why is Ian Graves here? And also, thank you, Ian, for tuning in. If you can, hit the sub button for me because I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. So your support
better.
Really
well, Mr. Ian Graves, I am so happy he's here. He happens to be the referee in question.
One of us.
Now, he was the one you guys were kind of saying was in the pocket of the Buffalo Boys, huh?
That's him. Exactly. Precisely. Mr. Payoff himself.
So,
Ian Graves.
What do you think that you'd like to say, specifically speaking to Mr. Ian Graves, your referee in that match with the Buffalo Bills. Maybe it's a good time for me to actually put that match back up. Since he's here, I'll refresh his memory. So maybe that's something I'll do for Mr. Graves, the official in the match in question. So I'll actually make sure.
Why don't you show where they pushed me on top of that banana peel illegally, using that illegal object to secure victory?
Well,
how the Buffalo boys have been disqualified because I got hit in the face with a banana.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. I think that video got a little distorted or something like that. I don't know what happened there.
Well, I'm going to put it back up on the big screen so I can let our certainly senior official here in the match in question say what his side of the story is. Because to be fair, he hasn't got a
break
chance.
Hotel.
Yes,
should have been enough for 3 right there.
Yes, well, it wasn't. It was not. It was not. So
that's because look at Buck Wild coming in and getting jumping him.
That's right. Come on, Zebra, get some order in the ring.
But
so I had to come in and protect my partner.
He seems like he was doing his job right there. I mean, is there...
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right.
I think you said that expression last time. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So, okay. Everything seems okay so far.
Caught that. And,
right there.
I got something in my eye. I didn't see what happened there.
You wanted disqualification when you hit your own tag team partner? Can a referee do that?
I missed what happened there. I had something in my eye, but you see here, clearly I flipped on that banana peel that they had introduced in there. I don't remember how that got there. Like I said, I didn't see that. Oh, that spine buster. Oh.
I mean, he's so far the referee. I don't see anything too partial. I mean, I'm sure we'll come back to the finish, and I'll let Mr.
He left that banana peel in the ring. That foreign object.
Unsafe working conditions
was in there. You think he would have removed it?
I have a specific request for you, gentlemen. This is something that I didn't plan on doing, but I actually have it here, and I want to be able to give this opportunity only if you gentlemen insist. Now, Ian Graves was now requesting an opportunity to address this matter here. Would you like to hear from him? It's up to you guys. You don't have to, but I would obviously, I can certainly get in touch with Mr. Graves if you guys want Mr. Graves to come on here and talk about this finishing question. It's up to you guys.
What do you think? What do you think, Loveless?
Your call. That's your spot tonight. I know obviously you guys are, wanting to get on
you, Max. I don't care. I don't want to hear his voice. The stupid referee cost us a match.
So you want him or you don't want him?
Get him in here. I think he needs to. I have some questions for him.
Mr. Graves, send me a friend request on Facebook at Tom Bryce or message
calling down the middle.
And I will send you the link.
We'll find you when we need them.
On Instagram, I'm at the Sports Report 2021. I'll send you the link. So either one of those, you give me a friend request or a sub follow, and I'll send you the link right away. And I'll give you the opportunity. I mean, that's kind of...
Look at that. Did that girl just hit in her earpiece? I think she did. Yep. I think she said, yes, I'll get into position so you guys can make the exchange. Yep. I saw it. Yep. I saw it. They're all in on it.
Well, I don't know about the woman. I mean, the referee I can talk about. It was something What was that object in the arena?
That was that banana. That same banana they used during the match.
Yep.
They throw the peel out there again to laugh. I think they were mocking me.
Oh, well, I don't know that definitively, and I've certainly...
I heard one of them say, yeah, good luck, Donkey Kong. Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard it too, Max.
Let me ask you, though, this question. Is we're waiting to see if Mr. Graves will pop on here on Sportswire. Obviously, if you want to give me a friend request, I'm at Tom Bryce at Facebook, Instagram, the Sports Report 2021, and I'll send you the link here in a matter of minutes. But what if he's your referee this Saturday? I mean, would you guys be worried about some of the things you're saying here tonight on Sportswire?
I mean, the guy still has a job to do. If he was an honorable referee, nothing we say should matter in that contest at all. Right. What he should worry about is what's going on in that contest.
Call it down the middle.
Keeping his eyes open and watching what's going on, not missing any foreign objects being used.
That's right.
But if he's
going to end up looking like Scotty May over there.
But if he's your referee, I mean, I don't know how the referees are decided in PWX, but if he's your referee, I mean, wouldn't you be concerned about saying these things about him, especially?
I'm saying Scotty May would call it down the middle.
Yeah. I hope we get Scotty May, but if we do end up with Mr. Graves, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what kind of man he is. Maybe I'll devise some kind of competition for me and Mr. Graves. I'll get the wheels turning on that one. Well, we'll see how this goes. Who knows? He might
I
come in.
would love to hear from him. I mean, I obviously there we go. Okay, he's confirmed. I'm going to send him the link right now. Thank you very much for that. So we're going to send him the link. We're going to definitely send him the link. Yes, thank you for that. I'm going to send you the link. And this is, again, I got to say, I'm really fascinated here. So give me about 2 seconds. We're going to bring on the official in question right now. This is a rather interesting development here in Sportswire. I did not see this. Ian Graves is now going to be here live on Sportswire Radio. The referee in question, that match that we just saw between Peanut Butter and Jealous and the Buffalo Boys, and he's going to tell us his side of the story. I mean, this is definitely something I did not expect here on Sportswire. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, we're waiting here. We've sent him the link, and this has been great. And before we do anything, there's been audio videos of me. I was wondering if YouTube
Water.
I looked at audio uploaded videos. It's on your page, so I don't know. You'd have to get back to me on that. But there's some audio stuff that Chase Wakefield's posted, and hopefully it all works out for him. But okay, we're waiting. And speaking of people that seem to be enjoying themselves while watching you, the good guy CJ Black, he is a multiple-time 7-star superstar. He wrestles out of ROEW. He's a legend in his own right. He is a multi-time Hall of Famer now officially. And he says, I find myself wanting a sandwich now, and he likes your hammer. It's a big hammer. I still want to say it, and I want to make sure for the audience, you and MC Hammer don't get confused. Just want to make sure you and MC Hammer.
That's right.
Just want to make sure of that. You know, you and him definitely. It's you and him. You now own the rights to Hammer Time, right?
That is correct. That is solely my property. I am the only man who can lay claim to Hammer Time.
They definitely put you in the mix, and you definitely, I have no doubt, are going to make us all pray that we can't touch this, and we definitely know that you are definitely hitting us with some sweetness there, and maybe you'll come out in those parachute pants like in that Taco Bell commercial. But we are waiting.
The only thing you got right there is you can't touch this.
Well, like I said, your bank account by your new significant other doesn't touch your big bank account like Mr. Hammer, because he did famously.
It's taking Ian a little longer to get in here. You know,
he's biding his time here. Maybe he's on purpose biding his time to. Wait a minute, we are here live. I'm going to bring him right up onto the screen first.
Well.
Mr. Ian Graves, and wow, right here in his referee gear. Ian, very honored to have you here at Sportswire Radio. I really did not expect this, and I'm very happy to have you here. And first of all, so great to be with you. And what would you like to say, first of all, to these gentlemen?
Well, first off, I'd like to thank you for having me and being able to speak what I have to say. Boys, you and I both know that I think you're both still just a little upset from the last time where there was a little problem with one of your matches where Mr. Loveless, you thought you were the legal competitor and not Mr. Max Strong.
I was the legal competitor. Look back at the photo evidence.
I could come back to that, but right now we're in question about this match here. And
that's right, current events.
Thank you for that. But Mr. Graves, obviously good to be with you. And it seemed to me like you seemed like a pretty impartial referee. There was one point in the match where Mr. Hammer hit his tag team partner Andrew Loveless with a banana, and I think I heard either Mr. Strong mention about the words that he wanted a disqualification to himself for that. I mean, I don't know the rules book. Admittedly, I'm not a referee, but is there anything that was out there that should have called, first of all, on that to be a disqualification, hitting your own tag team partner?
No, absolutely not. These boys both know that if they hit their own partner, that is completely on them. It does not stop the match for anything. The only thing I can say that if you want to say there was some shenanigans was the banana peel that Mr. Max Strong introduced to the ring.
How about them throwing me on it?
But
you utilizing that against me.
It's funny that you said that, because I was trying to rack my brain, and when have I remembered an instance where a wrestler had a banana with him in a match and was trying to use that as some object? I couldn't think of, at least in recent memory, let alone in PWX. I don't know. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
To be honest, I wasn't sure. I mean, Max Strong has to go on these lunch breaks every time he's in a match.
The union
Union
mandated.
mandated.
Although the
So,
irony of that in wrestling is we're not unionized, but that's a different show.
yeah. But
Don't
there
make
was
me call
nothing
OSHA.
wrong.
Don't make me call
Right.
OSHA.
We know a guy.
Well, there's completely nothing wrong with the banana peel being in the ring, especially when they introduced it. It was never used, and
What
unfortunately,
are you talking about?
What? Yeah.
Unsafe
What do you mean
position.
never used? They pushed me right on top of it. I fell on my ass throwing my whole game out.
Unsafe
They used
working
it.
conditions.
And I did research because I saw that sticker. It is from Jamaica, not part of the United States. Foreign
That's right.
object.
I didn't
Would you
realize.
have left
I
a chair
said,
sitting in the
Mr.
ring,
Graves,
sir?
I
Would you have left
Did
understand
that
a chair?
banana have a work visa?
problem with migrants, but now it seems like foreign objects that are migrants seem to be an issue now. I didn't know that was a problem, but I guess now that's a thing, huh? But I don't know, Mr. Graves. I don't know.
Would he have left
I've
a
never
chair
heard-
in the ring?
I've
Would he
never
have left
heard
a
of it.
table? If this is a regular match, there was no laxed rules. You know, he would have gotten rid of that
Well, I have
table,
one question
chair.
for you, Mr. Graves. I do have
Yeah.
one question legitimately. In the beginning of the match, let me go to this point here because I was curious your perspective on this here because it seemed as if going into the match, the Buffalo Boys ran in and basically started from the very beginning and attacked Mr. Lovelace and Mr. Strong. Is that legal in the referee book and the guidelines? And I'm not a referee, and I obviously objectively want to give you that opportunity to address that. Is that legal in a sense? And I'll actually pull it up here to remind the audience a little bit of what happened here in this particular instance. So we'll pull it up. Yeah, we're about to get to it right now. So is that legal for a team to just run out and just without really anything starting to just attack their opponents from your vantage point, at least in knowledge of the rules, let alone the PWX rule book?
To be completely honest, no, it is absolutely not legal. But as you can see, they're not really fully running out super fast like it seemed to be intentional. They were just tired, I'm assuming, of what Peanut Butter and Jealous were trying to get across to the PWX audience.
Ian.
Yeah, and this is where I was wondering, and I asked at the top of the show, was that you seem to also be caught off guard. Now, you told us for the audience that actually is not legal what the Buffalo Boys did. So if what they did is not legal, would that throw the match out automatically and call it a no contest? I'd be curious on the audience. Yeah, I'm not a referee.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Buck Wild stole my freaking wallet and then had Mr. McCoy over there jump me afterwards.
Dave, you have the floor on that. For the audience, tell us what your thoughts are on that definition of the rule.
No, that will not throw out the match, and that is because if you actually realize, if you rewind back just a couple of minutes, Peanut Butter and Jealous, Andrew Lovelace, and Max Strong actually took control of that little brawl, and that was at the time where I was ringing the bell. So both teams, both being in the wrong at some points for attacking before the match, but since it was even, they were both attacking each other, it was fair.
Okay, all right. So basically, then that would not have thrown the match out. Then, so the match would have continued. So the match was able to continue, and even though what they did was not legal, it doesn't throw out the match by definition because the match hadn't started, but also because Lovelace and Strong certainly were able to at least provide some offense back. Let me ask you though this question, Mr. Graves, and I really appreciate it because we really don't get referees on Sportswire very often. I mean, they've said a lot of things about you, and I'm curious. We have a huge show coming up this Saturday. We're very excited about that from our friends over in PWX. Obviously, these guys are going to be a huge part of that, but they've talked about basically different referees, a question about impartiality. If you are the referee in their match with Keystone Chaos, do you feel that what we've seen tonight, and I can understand where you're coming from, where a lot of this personal beefs and personal attacks and kind of questioning your role as a referee, do you feel that you could be a valid and impartial referee in their match coming up this Saturday, or should they be worried about this and want to request a different referee?
For the record, first off, we're never worried. It doesn't matter. Secondly, we should have
you guys work, questioning.
We should have an honorable referee in here like Scotty May, not Ian Graves. Somebody that can call it down the middle, no matter what cost.
But I gotta let him speak and him have the floor. What would you want to say to that, Mr. Graves? Should they be worried, if at all, even though they say that they're not? But it seems to me like tonight that they have certainly questioned the outcome of this match. Last month's show on Sportswire definitely questioned a lot of it. I mean, so if you are their referee Saturday, will you be an impartial referee in their match?
Absolutely. I 100% keep it to the rule book of PWX. I am the number one official for a reason, because I stay completely impartial. Why they would want the infamous Mr. Scotty May is beyond me, because I would assume it's from there.
That man is honorable. He calls it right down the middle. He is a true referee. He should be the number one spot.
Yeah, I don't know
but
who voted
I
on
just
that. Nobody
Ian
asked me
Graves
who the
just
number
told
one
me-
referee is.
But Ian Graves just told me that he'll be impartial and there's nothing to worry about.
What he says. We'll have to see you this Saturday at 2125 Beacon Street.
I'm going to put that poster up again for it. I know there's some people in the chat that want to say hello to you guys because, again, people are just, I guess, kind of curious about this, but I'm still going to say it in that I guess maybe you guys should not worry so much about the refereeing, because if this is a continued problem, you have to put it past you. I mean, you just have to go
We're not
forward.
worried about the referee. If anybody should be worried this weekend, it should be Keystone Chaos, because they're both prehistoric. Plus, Van Strader, he's kind of a shell of himself anymore.
Mr. Graves has got some issues. But I mean, Mr. Graves doesn't have to worry about that. He's the referee. I agree that Van Stranger is definitely somebody that I think you guys will focus on and use that in a way to help you guys get a victory. But the bottom line really is that Ian Graves, he's not the issue coming this Saturday, and he wasn't the issue in this match. So let's put this to bed in a sense. Ian Graves,
Look at that right there. Real quick. Look at that.
Yep. Yes. You were fair.
I am stopping your guys' opponents for you. Just to let you know.
That's a good point, because that gave you guys some offense. That actually gave you guys some much needed offense. I mean, that's kind of the way. I mean, all right. So then really this match, he was impartial. That shows you right there that, listen, he could have just let them continue and he pushed them away. That gave you guys some needed offense.
Yeah, like I said, even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know, I don't think he could have just blatantly went out there and ignored everything.
Now, did you slip there, Andrew? Did you slip there, by the way? It was kind of a...
No, I went for a low clothesline. He hurried up and ducked. And thankfully, to the smooth skills of one Max Strong, he followed up to recover on that clothesline.
I laid the hammer down there.
I want to keep Ian on for this. And if you're on Sportswire Radio, we're joined here with Andrew Lovelace, Max the Hammer Strong, and also number one official of PWX. That is Ian Graves. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. And if you are here on Sportswire Radio, go hit the sub button to Max Hammer's YouTube page. If you're here right now on Sportswire with us, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. So go hit the sub button for me. I'm almost there. I want to ask you one question. I want to go back to this right here because the guys had a little bit of a question on this, and I didn't see a problem with this. And I want to get your thoughts on it because we're coming here toward the match. The match is over. Obviously, they've lost. We've already regurgitated that several times. But I'm seeing here
took the payoff.
Okay,
and
but right.
Celebratory.
Let me pause that right there. Let me pause
bunch
that.
of buddies in cahoots.
Okay, let me come back.
With the talent.
I want to get Mr. Strong. I want to get Mr. Graves' position. Okay, you raised their hands. Now, I don't see any problem with this. You didn't show any favorableness or you didn't show any partisanship. You seem like you just raised their hands. And now in the referee book for the because I'm not a referee. I know nothing about wrestling. I know absolutely zero. In the rule book, is that what you're supposed to do, is to raise the hands of the victors? And I didn't seem like, from my vantage point, I saw nothing from your facial expressions or any mannerisms that showed that you were basically in the pockets, from the words of Peanut Butter and Jealous, that you were in the pockets of the Buffalo Boys. Do you want to elaborate or comment on some of this?
Yes, I will agree with you 100%. In the rule book, and they both know it, if whoever is the victor of the match, I am to raise their hands as I'm being completely unbiased. I was completely unbiased through the entire match, and I raised the hands of the victors, okay? The Buffalo Boys, as they won their matches, you can see, quickly scattered to the outside to cheer with their fans that they have won.
Yes, and I think that to be objectively speaking, I mean, I didn't agree with the beginning of the match with the way they came across and attacked Peanut Butter and Jealous, but I didn't see anything from your. I'm not a referee. I know nothing about wrestling. I know absolutely zero. I didn't see anything from your mannerisms or anything in terms of just doing your job, raising their hands. You left. You went to the back. They cheered for about 20 or so seconds. You obviously, with the adrenaline, the adulation of victory. And that was that. I didn't see anything that showed, from my vantage point at the very least, that you were a partial and basically a partial and partisan person to the detriment of Peanut Butter and Jealous. I didn't see
I got a
anything.
question.
Yes, go for it.
Ian, after that show, did you take the boys out to dinner and a movie with,
No.
with your big payoff money?
Nope.
But I don't know if but that's
Why?
not an issue you could answer live on Sportswire. That's not anything to do with the match. I didn't see any exchange of money. There was no exchange. That's basically, and you know this, you were a DJ. That's a payola. That's illegal. And on this platform, that's illegal, by the way. That's illegal in the rules book, correct? Payolas
Yeah, Ian. Illegal.
That's a
I
sick
can
burn.
100% say that I was not paid off by nobody that night. I was completely impartial the entire night.
I think you know what, we have to take your word for that. It seems to me from your mannerisms tonight, and you're very head on. I think you showed that you're pretty much, to me, objective. I mean, you came on here you're a stand-up guy for coming here live on this platform. You haven't been here before. There's really no reason for you to come here, but you heard these guys who you just refereed a match for less than 3 weeks ago talk about different things that you've done that they claimed, and it seems like they were spreading some, let's say, fake news. It seems like they were spreading some fake news.
We
out
don't
there.
lie. We are honorable, church-going individuals. We are
Yes.
classy tag team right here.
That's right.
I
That's
can
right.
be
Hopefully
honest and
they
say this
don't
is
post
not.
some of this stuff on Truther and Social and Rumble, and maybe that stuff that might work on Rumble, that might work on Truth, but on Truther and whatever other platforms are out there. But it sounds like to me, regardless, that Mr. Graves, you seem like a stand-up guy. You didn't do anything impartial other than being an impartial person. You did nothing illegal, and you seem like that. If these guys win or lose a match, it's up to them to figure that out. And I mean, you're gonna if you are the referee this Saturday, it won't be an issue. That's what it seems to me like, more or less.
Nope, it won't be a problem at all. And if I can, real quick,
Sure,
in an
absolutely.
impartial way, in the outside of the ring, if I can talk to the two boys for a second, I'm
Absolutely.
actually rooting for you two.
Whoa!
First time in life, the kid doesn't make a mistake.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I get it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, huh?
So you want to take back all the things you've said about Mr. Graves for the past 40 minutes? You want to?
Not even a little bit. Not once. No.
Why not? He just said, "Hey, I'm rooting for you guys this Saturday." He might be
He's
a
rooting
referee.
for us because, yes, we've insulted him. We've told the truth
Because he
about
feels
him.
bad for
But
screwing
I'm
none
not
of
us
us
talking
over.
have still
about
slammed him through the ring like one Van
The guilt
Strader
getting
did, huh?
to him.
Still got a sour taste in your mouth, don't you?
The guilt.
Actually, no. I have been
Look at
attacked.
being coy over there.
Through my referee career, I've been attacked by several people, and never once have I had a sour taste in my mouth to any of them. Yes, at the end of the day,
And you know what? I gotta be honest. You have a lot of courage. You're a stand-up guy. You're confronting the guys that you
I'm going to go that far.
match with for 45 minutes. They've been going out here and saying all these different things, spreading these fake news out there, and
How
spreading
dare
these.
you, Tom? How dare you,
We're
sir?
trying to make wrestling great again on Sportswire. We're certainly trying to do
That's
wrestling.
why
first.
we're here. We're trying to win the PWX tag titles. We're trying to add prestige to that company. We're trying to make Pittsburgh great again.
A man that he was telling me, and what it seemed like from what we saw 4 different times during the tape, he was for the most part doing his job, and he explained when
He's blind as a bat. Look at him.
He seems fine to me. I mean, you seem like you got a good vision. Your vision looks good. You're 20/20. You have to be a referee, right?
When was the last time you got your eyes checked, kid?
The other day.
The other
The doctor's
day.
blind too. Look at him.
Or
Well, you have to
football.
pass. I would have to think as a referee, you have to pass a vision test anyway. You have to be able to see all the different things in the ring. I mean,
I'm surprised he can count to 3. Look at him.
all right. I think we've got. Listen, Ian, you have been a stand-up guy. I give you a lot of credit. You definitely seem like a great referee. Nevertheless, I am looking forward to you being on this platform again, and maybe in, let's say, hopefully a more lighter mood. And credit to you for even rooting for these guys to win this Saturday after everything they've said for the past 45 minutes. Is there anything else I could plug on your behalf? Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of the audience here that might want to know more about you? Is there anything else that you'd like to address before I let these guys talk about their match this Saturday coming up?
I thank you for having me on and allow me to plead my case against these two, which is a hard task.
I'm actually a notary public, and this is kind of actually part of my job. So really, I have to be impartial. So I feel you. I feel your pain.
So I'm not unfamiliar with these two, but feel free post the Facebook if you wouldn't mind. I
have the photo of the match coming up with the Facebook. I do have that. Yes.
So that's the only thing I would need you to post.
Ian, will you do me a favor this weekend?
What?
Will you print out a MapQuest directions for Superior G to be able to find the ring at least? I know he's prehistoric. He's going to need as much help as humanly possible.
You might not need a printout. You might want to get one of them old fold-out maps. Maybe you can follow that.
TomToms? Can we invest in a TomTom for that old guy?
Sure, Loveless. I'll get right on that for you.
You know what? I think there's a lot more pressing
problems. At least the company money's being spent right.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot more pressing problems in the world right now. Mr. Graves, we're obviously very excited about what's going to happen. If you want to get tickets, I'm going to put those links up here in about 5 minutes. I have some people in the chat. I'm going to let you run. Thank you so much for your time. Keep up the great work. We appreciate you as a referee. We appreciate all you guys do. It's not an easy job. I was actually speaking with somebody today about that. I have a friend of mine who was a college basketball player who actually went to referee school and decided, you know what? I'm not going to be a referee. So I really appreciate what you've done. And I will definitely talk with you soon. I'll put that stuff up here for the audience in a few minutes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That was Ian Graves, the man that was the official for your match. And gentlemen, I mean, before I move on and put that link up for everybody, I mean, he seemed like he was pretty fair. And
he's a nerd.
A nerd.
He's a nerd.
Why is he a nerd? Why?
You feed him. I mean, yeah.
I can't put people down for the way they look. He seemed pretty fine to me. He seemed like a normal guy. I don't think there was any.
He makes poor decisions.
Well, I guess that would be up to him to figure out. I guess that's he didn't seem like it to me. That's for sure. I didn't see anything.
I think he needs a seminar with Scotty May. Maybe some proper referee educations in the future for that kid.
Well, let's move on here. Let me get to some comments here first before I move on to anything else. Let's go here and say hello because a lot of people want to tune in. First of all, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. My buddy Hillbilly Tilly, who on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it at this point, just shared our link. Thank you so much for that. I want to thank Rob Morosco, just shared us on X. A couple of other people, Glenn Abbott, who's one of my podcasters. Rob is also, they came out and supported us on X. Appreciate you. And oh, snap, Peanut Butter and Jelly, another DJ.
Yeah. This guy right here was my peer.
I was listening to his mix earlier. I actually subscribed and gave him 3 subscriptions today. He subscribed to me. I gave him 3 subs. He's got to put some more stuff out there. And he said, remember, presidents are temporary. And Andrew Lovelace is forever like Wu-Tang. So there you go.
That's right. Vote for me. Like Wu-Tang.
Yep. We all know the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to... Hey. What? Oh, sorry.
That's Cream. Get the money, dollar bill, yo. But let's move on here because you have here, hi, Lady Lestat here. Hi, Hammer and Loveless. And it's Peanut Butter and Jealous time. Now, is there anything you want to say to Lady Lestat? Is there anything in particular that you would like to say, you two gentlemen, especially you, Mr. Hammer, to Lady Lestat? I am sure you'll be a lot more, let's just say, partial toward Lady Lestat than Ian Graves. Is that a fair statement to make?
Oh, yeah. She seems to be a much smarter person than old Graves there. She has never screwed us out of victories. So I can show her some more respect.
And Lady Lestat has not quite confused you with MC Hammer, right?
That's right. She has not confused Miley Cyrus with anybody. She has not confused the hammer with anybody else. She knows. So,
Good.
congratulations for that.
You know
Thank you, Miss Lady Lestat.
We appreciate that very much. Let me get to a few more comments before I put up the poster in question coming up here this Saturday one more time. And I will put up the PXW Facebook page in a minute. So we'll take care of that shortly. But Joshua Allen.
To throw out there, Lady Lestat is the one who is responsible for the poster. So thank you for that.
We appreciate that. Yes, we definitely appreciate that very much. So we want to make sure that we support those that support us. And I actually have the PWX poster, but Joshua Allen is in the house. He's the Tennessee Backyard Wrestling owner and founder and general manager. He says hello. And let's see here. Yes, peanut butter and jealous time. Yes, we see it. Peanut butter and jealous time. We see it a bunch of times. And thank you for adding that. We appreciate that. But let me put the poster up. Yes. And we say hello to Zilla. Zilla is a real thing, and she really will watch you guys in the ring. But let me put this up here because I do have it up. And that is September 21st. That's the match card. And we want to thank, obviously, PWX for their support of Sportswire Radio and anything we can do to help them. We're an open door, so if they want to work with us, we'll work with them gladly. But as you can see, match time is coming up. We're now less than 72 hours away. So let's talk a little bit more about what's ahead rather than worry about what happened 3 weeks ago.
Yep. So we're going to take on the team of Keystone Chaos, or the what do we call them? The geriatrics, the superior geriatric.
Maybe they'll be like Keystone. What was it? The Keystone commercials, Keystone beer with bitter beer face. Maybe that's what they'll be right after you guys.
They'll be making those faces at the end, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Old Man Stranger Things season 5 will definitely be making a bitter beer face.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Now, you need to use this as motivation, what you did here, bringing this referee in here in question. And, I mean, I've done this for 6 years. I've never seen a referee all of a sudden want to pop on this stream and, basically defend his job, defend how he represented himself in a match that we just showed. So you guys have got to now basically not even make this in question. You guys got to go with validity to make sure you guys walk away with the victory because you now have been in the situation twice. So against Keystone Chaos, you got to make sure that it's going to be uninterrupted chaos when you guys just beat them from top to bottom and, start to finish more or less.
And I think we have a plan to do just that.
You do.
Exactly.
No more controversy. We're not going to leave it in. We're going to take Dana White's advice. We're not going to leave it in the judges' hands.
You don't want to do that. You guys have been screwed. In your minds, I'm sure you guys feel you've been screwed more than Bret was screwed once upon a time. We saw Bret Hart back on Raw for the first time in God knows how long in Calgary. And I mean, I don't know if this is quite necessarily the Pittsburgh screw job, but there's no question that you guys have definitely felt like you guys have been screwed a few times over. So you got to go out there this Saturday and just not even have it to be in the hands of Ian Graves or anybody else, as a matter of fact.
I have constructed the perfect plan.
Yeah, perfect plan.
No, perfect plan. That's right. We will, from beginning to end, we're going to take, and I don't want to take away anything. I mean, these guys have had a very long, extended, but they have prestigious careers of their own. I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but I think their time is up, and it's time to hand the torch down to a younger, much better looking crowd. Right here with peanut butter and jelly.
Lady Lestat would agree with that, right?
She would. She would tell you exactly how much she enjoys the presence of peanut butter and jelly.
So definitely it's going to be hammer time for sure. And it's going to be hammer time at the expense of, let's say, Keystone Chaos, and especially Van Stranger, because he's the guy, Van Stranger, that you guys are going to definitely be working on most because of, let's just say maybe Father Time is catching up to him. Is that right?
That's right. It's catching up with both of them. They're both, like I said, I would say expired, but maybe a little past their prime,
if you will.
So that's kind of similar to what we've been talking about on this platform recently with these, trampoline wrestlers saying older wrestlers are dinosaurs that used to roam the earth and they're extinct. So basically, I'm not going to get your opinion on that. Let's certainly make wrestling great again. Let's certainly make wrestling first. But the point is that if from what you're telling me, that again, Keystone Chaos are kind of like dinosaurs in a sense, in that they used to roam the wrestling. They used to roam the wrestling scene, but after what you guys do to them this Saturday, they are going to be almost a relic and a fossil and basically be extinct, from what you're telling me.
That is correct. That is correct. It's time to put them out to pasture.
Well, I mean, you guys are gonna, I'm sure, figure out that you'll do it. I mean, obviously you won't tell us how, but I'll tell you where you can go and buy a ticket. It is the PWX Facebook page, and that's their Facebook page. So if you want to check it out here, it's Pro Wrestling Expense. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's talk about this for a second. 30 years PWX has been around. It's not easy to be in the wrestling world. It's not easy to be in this business. You think about the companies that have been around here. In 30 years, PWX has been going strong. 30 years, one of the premier companies around, especially in the independent wrestling circuit. That is a major accomplishment. Well, in any wrestling promotion, there's really only 1, 2, 3 wrestling promotions that are in the big time that have been around 30 years. I mean, we're talking about obviously WWE, and I know there's a few promotions out there, maybe nationally and globally, that have been around 30 plus years. And PWX is right there. They've stood the test of time, and they have definitely, I think, are going to show you that why you should go buy a ticket. So if you're nearby in the Pittsburgh area, go out there and join them. Pro Wrestling Express is providing 30 years of wrestling entertainment. And also, if you like to buy a ticket and come out to the show and hang out and have a good time, 2125 Beacon Street in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Beautiful McKeesport, Pennsylvania, and 2125 Beacon Street. You got a slew of great matches there. You got so many great people that you can look up to see, and so many other matches. I would click on them, but I don't have a Facebook account logged on.
The best part, buying that ticket, you get to see our beautiful faces.
That's right. That's right.
You get to see a whole list of other great people. You got Derek Wayne. You got just a
yeah,
list
they're okay, but like we're the future of tag team wrestling.
That is right.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out. We've got Aaron Quanners and just a whole list of great other talents. And how about these two guys here right now?
Boom, right there. That's a good looking tag team right there.
Right there.
Well, that's what you got to chance. You have to get a front row seat. Tickets are very affordable right now. So if you want to go out there and watch this show, I would definitely recommend it. I recommend to go to any wrestling show. It's about all wrestling matters on this platform. So definitely make sure you go out there and watch the guys in action. If I was nearby, I would certainly be doing that. And Sean Jovi, who was the guest on Saturday's show, would like to chime in and say, not going to lie, this is the best tag team name I've seen in ages. So
this is the best tag team you've seen in ages there, Sean.
Well, if you win on Saturday, you can at least think about that. We can see you got to win. You got to win some matches for me. You got to win. I mean, listen, I got you last time on here.
It starts this weekend. It starts this weekend.
All right. Well, we're going to find out. I mean, is there anything else that you want to say to Keystone Chaos as final words to them?
Well, Vance, like I said, you've had long, prestigious careers. And I hate to be the one to do this, just like Shawn Michaels to Ric Flair, Undertaker to Shawn Michaels. We're going to have to give you your retirement match.
I'll put the boys
down, you guys.
And I hope I'm sponsored by Ibuprofen.
And Ben Gay is definitely going to be sponsoring that one.
Yeah. Say Viagra. At least you were kind enough not to say Viagra, but ibuprofen.
I mean, I was going to go Cialis, but I figured, that would
be that garbage.
That's that's a different podcaster. There's a podcaster who kind of has that stuff, but that's a different show for a different time. But okay, fine. And I want to add something else that Lady Lestat makes a great point. Front row is only $20. That's it. Only $20. General admission's $15. I mean, you can't go wrong with that
deal.
$15 to see some of the best superstars you've ever seen?
Where I'm going to agree about a lot of things. There's a lot of things I don't agree with, but a lot of things I'm going to agree about. Think about this, for example. If you go out to the movies now, if you want to go see a movie in IMAX, you were paying, just for your own ticket, you were paying $25 almost. You want to add popcorn.
Yep.
You want to add the soda. You're talking about, if you don't have that movie pass, you're talking about upwards to $50. You want to watch baseball coming up? Phillies obviously have a lot of games upcoming. You want to watch the Steelers coming up? Those are Pittsburgh.
Take a date, it's about 80.
And you're thinking about a paycheck. If you want to go have a family of 4 to go out to a Steelers game or a Phillies playoff game, you're talking about your paycheck for the week. But get this, to watch some high-quality wrestling talent for a wrestling promotion that's been around for over 30 years, that's it, $20, 15 general admission. You can meet all these great wrestlers, all these great talents. I mean, you can't go wrong. Find me anything. Listen, you want to go out to dinner right now. You want to go to some Italian restaurant, some steakhouse, some bar. I guarantee you're going to spend more money with that than going out and watching a pro wrestling show with some hell of a talent, some of the top talents around in the independent wrestling circuit. So you have to go out there and go out and support PWX. You have to, because
$20 for
$20
a great ticket to see a stack card full of great talent. You can't beat that.
You cannot beat that. No, you cannot beat that. Like I said, going to the movies is more expensive. Going to a baseball game, football game. Obviously, Pennsylvania is going to have a lot of big football, and we're not going to mention the Eagles, but we're going to talk about the Steelers, obviously, Phillies. A lot of baseball, football, meaningful stuff to be played. That's going to cost you 2, 3, 4, 5 times that price, let alone just for the ticket, not counting everything else. You want to go to dinner. You want to go out and do almost anything. It's going to cost several times more than what you get a chance to do with a high-quality wrestling show. And if you have kids, couldn't think of a better way to bond with them, get them into something. So to me, this is a win. Anything we can do to support wrestling on this platform, I am certainly all about that. We're all Wrestling Matters, and we want to make sure we support our friends over at PWX for sure.
I know winging prices are expensive.
What's that?
Winging prices are expensive.
They are, listen, a lot of things are expensive right now. Listen, that's a different show for a different time. But let me get to a couple of other things here before we move on and sign off for the show. I know also for you, Andrew, you have some stuff coming up here. I see you wrestling in HWF right before Halloween. You want to talk about that for the audience real quick?
Yeah, it's been a year since my big title match with James Ford. So I'm making my return to Lewistown finally. It's been in the works off and on for a while, but like we finally come to an agreement, and they've been able to finally get me back. So like I get to wrestle in my home promotion. So like I'm happy to make my return and see everybody again. So come out, hit the merch tables, come say hi.
Get that merch table. That's how we support our wrestlers. Gotta buy that merch. So if you're out there, get that merch, get that autograph signing. I mean, big crowd, Lewistown. It's going to be right before Halloween. You're going to get a huge crowd there for sure. Some big names. Red Dog's in the house. You got Neverfall. I mean, Chelsea debuts. Some big names. Sons of Mifflin County. I mean, some big. Loveless knows them well. I mean, so there's some big
Red Dog making his return. Like, I can't wait to see that guy. He's a great talent.
And get this.
Thinking about making a trip over there to see maybe if I see what I get my hands in.
Oh, I tell you what, that sounds interesting. And also, how about this? Bell time 6 o'clock. Oh, it's a nice early one. Doors open 5, front row 4:30. I mean, you can't go on again. $20 front, general admission $10, at the door $12 bucks. I mean, who can go wrong with that?
You'll never see general admission any cheaper at a show.
No, not in this day and age. Listen, I mean, for that, I mean, and also if you want to contact everybody here, HWF, that's their link. But also, if you want to give them a call for a ticket, obviously the hotline, general admission, obviously a lot of phone calls are getting. I know they're getting through people. Customer service is off the hook. They're obviously working like night and day to be able to deal with the demand. And a lot of people I know want a ticket. But if you do want to call 717-320-6133, that's 717-320-6133. The HWF phone service. Obviously, again, customer service will be with you probably 9 to 5. So don't call them now because Sportswire said call them first thing in the morning tomorrow. And 717-320-6133. That's 717-320-6133. Please support our friends over in the HWF. They're one of the premier companies, Honorary Wrestling Federation. We are very excited about this Coliseum poster that's released. It's going to be haunting at the Coliseum. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very postmodern like. I know we got Max the Hammer, the Strong himself, talking with the Hammer time, but I'm thinking LL Cool J in postmodern. It's going to be a postmodern like show because he's got the Force, the new album. We're in the modern, the 2024, and obviously Andrew Lovelace is going to be there, and Max the Hammer, Mr. Strong himself is thinking maybe he'll show up and, but we'll have to find out for sure. But very excited about all of that. We are definitely looking forward to some postmodern-like wrestling. And you can see here, they are definitely going to be seeking to search and destroy. And Keystone Chaos, they're definitely going to be the ones they're going to be definitely dealing with, let's just say, some injustice for all. And they'll definitely, I don't think, have much luck riding the lightning. And they'll definitely be dealing with their own masters of puppets. And that'll be the team of Peanut Butter and Jealous. That's for sure. And leave some jam on the side. But we've had a lot of fun, obviously talking a lot. Obviously, we got the referee situation sorted. That got all handled. It seems like if Ian's the referee, we're good to go. I don't know, but he's saying we're good. We'll have to find out. Time will tell. But is there anything else you fellas want to talk about before we move on to sign off tonight?
No, I got everything that I had to say. Talk about
You had a
events in
lot
my
to
life.
say tonight. Did both of you? I mean, you had so much to say. A referee jumped on this stream tonight. I'm doing this almost 6 years. I've never seen that before.
So
Hey, we
fun
make
fact,
big moves.
Honorary Wrestling Federation. Honorary Wrestling Federations. This is going to be their very last show at the Lewistown Community Center.
Oh man, that's
So send it off big. Let's pack that house. Like let's make.
I hope it works out. I hope that they have more shows ahead. I mean, we see you're going to be there obviously again, and yes, I mean you're going to be there October 26th. That's crazy. That's a few weeks from now. It's 5 weeks from now, just about. I mean, time flies, and it was yesterday. You guys both came on the show, but yes, you guys are going to be in action for a lot of things ahead. Very excited about all of that. And this is Andrew's page on Instagram. Please check him out. We just showed his Facebook page, YouTube.
What a handsome devil!
Well, the Hammer's focused on other things. He just wants to win. He just wants it. He just wants to win on Saturday. But all right, let's get to closing thoughts. I'm going to go with actually you, Andrew, first, and I pass the baton to you. And anything else you want to plug, share, or say, and fire away, my friend.
No, not really. Like I'm focused on the PWX tag titles. That's going to be everything for us. We want to close out the year strong. We want to be able to add prestige back into the tag team division, and we want to become a big part of Pittsburgh history. And by doing this tournament, we have to be able to try to win this.
We talked about this when you guys were here last month, and I know you've held tag team gold before. You know what that feeling is like, and that's definitely something that's going to have to start this Saturday with a victory.
Yep. The amount of history that goes into those belts, it's much more than just winning a simple match to me. Like, it's huge. And as a talent, like, that will be everything if I get the opportunity to try to win that belt.
And especially with a company, again, like PWX with 30 years of history. This isn't just a fly-by-night company. This is a company that stood the test of time and has been able to ride out the trends, ride out everything that's going on, and they've been able to be successful. And I think that speaks volumes that
They're
you guys...
a working relationship with NWA. They're the sister company of the NWA. So that says a lot about their working relationship.
Maybe tonight, after the way you came across, you guys get some wins. Maybe you'll make... maybe some hay out of this and get their attention. Who knows? You never know. Never know.
Yep.
Never know. Well, all right. Well, we'll certainly look forward to all that. Very excited about it. And it is certainly now hammer time. You're going to certainly drop the hammer with some closing thoughts. And yes, I see it. Thank you for reminding us. Yes, you do have that hammer there. And I would like to get your closing thoughts. Mr. Strong, give us some strong closing thoughts. Get it strong closing thoughts. And I will pass the baton to you. And anything else you want to plug, share, or say until next month. And fire away.
Y'all just, like, follow, and subscribe, as you said, on the YouTube channel. Both
I got it right up there for
Sportzwire
you.
Radio and Max the Hammer Strong. That's
well,
right.
You need more subscribers. I think at this point, I'm on every day. I'll eventually get to 1,000. Let's get you to 50. I want somebody out there. If you're Zilla out there, Sean Jovi, anybody else that's popped in, that we've had a lot of people actually pop into the show, hit the sub button for Max Strong. Please go out.
That's right. Let's build these numbers.
Subscribe to his. Subscribe to Andrew Lovelace's.
Yes, I can put that right up here for you. Actually, thank you for that reminding me. I will put that up one more time because I have that up as well. And there you go. Yeah, it does get you to at least to 10 subscribers. I mean, let's get you to 10.
All right.
Well, all right. Well, good enough. I think we're all excited about what's to come. I think we certainly have a lot to discuss, absolutely for sure. this Saturday. We're going to certainly see what the Superior Geezer and Vance Stranger have to say about all of this. But I know one thing, Peanut Butter and Jealous certainly have made their case that they will certainly get back on track, and hopefully for their case that they won't have to worry about a referee's decision or two and just get the victory with basically certain validity. They have validity, to use legal terms, that it's not going to be in doubt. It'll be reasonable doubt that they win this Saturday. It'll be coming up here again. It'll be Keystone Chaos versus Peanut Butter and Jealous. And 7 o'clock is when the doors open. So we're excited about that. Bell time is 7. Doors open a little earlier. But definitely tickets are still available. One more time, you can get those tickets at 2125 Beacon Street in McKeeversport, Pennsylvania. Please go out there and support those who support us. 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Go to the PWX Facebook page for more information. And gentlemen, we'll certainly see what happens upcoming with this Saturday show. Well, I'm sure we'll get you back on for the fallout. We'll see what happens with HWF. We'll see if it's hammer time. If not, I'm sure we'll talk about something else. And gentlemen, good to be with you as always. And we'll see you next month.
All right. Thanks for having us.
All right. Well, that was Peanut Butter and Jealous. It was Max Strong, the Hammer, and Andrew Lovelace, the be-all, end-all. And they talked about their sort of controversial outcome, but didn't seem to be too controversial after PWX referee Ian Graves basically told us that he did his job. He was impartial, but we'll see what happens this Saturday, as we will see Peanut Butter and Jealous take on Keystone Chaos. And that'll be for more information on the PWX YouTube and Facebook page, and also the guys' YouTube and Instagram pages. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody here, for tuning in. If you are on Sportswire Radio, I'm going to be back here tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with some more forceful, some hammer time-like coverage with Steven Storm of the BCF3. He'll certainly talk about his upcoming All Out War 2 show the following week. But until then, thank you so much, everybody here, for tuning in on this road to 1,000 subscribers. We are inching one by one away from 1,000 subscribers. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio, where